Good morning, everyone. We are starting the week together. Very exciting. We're starting midweek. I'm gonna do like a vlog for you guys of my week and show you guys a little bit what's going on. I feel like there's so many fun different things in everyday life that sometimes get missed throughout videos. Little in-between moments, little fun little milestones for us. So I thought I'd start with today. I'm just making my way to go check out, now this is something that is like the lore of my content, but if you've been following me for a long time, you know that one of my favorite things is like property maintenance. That's like one of the things I pride myself on. I love when people come over to like take them around, look at the gardens, look at everything, and I just really like having everything buttoned up. I love landscaping, I love grass. Now that we're on the lawn topic, you guys have known and followed throughout the years my lawn journey and me continuously trying to maintain these manicured lawns, and yes, doing everything in his power to ruin them, including driving carriages and horses over them all the time. But today, because we have bought this 40-acre property, obviously I am trying to like upgrade my kit as we are progressing in the maintenance of this property, and the mowers I have right now are just not cutting it. They're very small. They keep getting stuck, and I keep having issues with them. It's just they're not built for this amount of land. It makes also my work a lot longer, because mowing everything with these really small, technically they're not small, but like for this size property they are small and underpowered mowers, takes me so long. So today we're going to go shop for a new mower, and I'm going to see the creme de la creme of all mowers. It's like I would say this is more of like a commercial mower, what I'm gonna go buy, rather than like a private residential mower, but I think it's really going to be what we need, and it's the top of the range. I'm very excited. This is like my kind of version of Christmas. These are like, people are like, what are like the pinch me moments you have with your career? And I'm like, the pinch me moment is that it's Wednesday, it's 11 a.m. I've had a great time here at home, and I get to go shop for like a dream mower. These are like the pinch me moments that I love. This is when I really think, wow, how did I get so lucky that I get to do this? But I'm very excited about it. So we're going to be doing that. Hopefully we will be able to take delivery of it really soon, so I can show you guys the mower in action, but I think so. First, we're going to go see it and try it a little bit as well. It's a little bit of a drive away. It's like an hour. There is lots going on here. I am just going to drive for a second while I film, because I'm just on the property. But I wanted to take a look because we have, oh, this air is blasting me. We have our local contractor here today because he's doing a lot of cleaning up, because obviously with the concrete being poured and all the demolition and all that kind of stuff, there was a lot going on. But I don't know if they're doing enough work to... Well, we can pop out there quick. I can show you guys because it is kind of interesting. Well, interesting, at least fun to see a little bit of an update of the cleanup. Let me show you guys. This is the driveway. You can see that there's already been some cleanup. This is all the old materials that were in the barn that Yes and I by hand placed in here. Nearly killed us. There are some old broken tree branches and things which is being cleared right now, so this is all gonna get wood chipped and go. Back in there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's some really old trees, fallen trees, which we are gonna get rid of as well. This is all gonna get neatened up. All the metal is gonna be scrapped and recycled, so that can't go in here. This is just like a big rubbish tip. This is our wood shed, which we are gonna clean out and repurpose, I think, for hay for now, for hay storage. Bunch of debris from the demolition, bunch of old fencing that was already here from the previous owners, which we're throwing away. This wood has been treated, so you can't just throw it away normally. It has to go in a special container, so that's being done. Old fence posts that we're selling. And then this whole area here, we're just like equalizing and cleaning out. This was where the old wagon shed was. And so it's all being equalized. This is just dirt that's been moved around. But this whole area is gonna get flattened and cleaned out. We're also moving this. This is like a round pen that one of our friends gave us. But we are gonna squeeze this around the back so it's all nice and tidy and neat. so that's what's going on here for now. And through the back, I'll show you guys, through the back here of the property, we have the new windows being done, which is really exciting. So you can see the cutouts of how they're going to be. They are going to have a very, very slight arch at the top, but for now they're being cut square. So you can see all the individual windows being done over here. And then you can actually see the guys have been doing a great job, because here there was, I don't know if you can make it out because the mortar is not in yet, but on this side there was 2 windows already, and there was no window in the middle. And they're now starting to reclose the wall with our old existing bricks we have, so it all matches. That way all the windows now will be centered for the horses. You can get a little bit of a gauge on the size and the height, but they will have a little arch at the top, so all of the interior will go out. The square is kind of the outline of it, and then there's going to be a small arch. And what we are doing on them all is we will have a central headstone like this, and then a decorative brick border around it. So that will be per each window. And I'm thinking on all these pillars here also to make lights, so kind of down and up lighting on each one of these pillars right there. I think at night that will look really nice with the horses' heads poking out. The garden's also coming alive, which is nice. The first roses are breaking bloom. So yeah, so here's a very quick update. I'll show you the interior another time because I am running late. Somehow the time just seems to fly around here. In the next day or two, we're really gonna see all of this area here starting to get a lot more tidy. So I'll show you guys when that's looking a little bit better. Also, our new hedging is doing so well. We are having to hand water a lot because it's been such a dry season. So that's not been ideal, but for the rest, it's doing really, really well. All right, let's head. Let's go mower shopping. I am so excited. You've heard the news, but I am officially a horse breeder. This is a whole new journey I'm going down. And in order to kind of showcase this journey, I had to open a website, which is mhbreeding.com. And of course, when I have to create a website, I go on Squarespace. The reason for that is I don't have coding knowledge. I'm not the most tech savvy person, even though I work online, but Squarespace makes the user journey so friendly and easy that I was able to design the whole website myself. First off, you have hundreds of already made templates to choose from, which means that you can really find the design that best suits your business. After this, Squarespace basically guides you through every next step in order to create your dream website. One of the things that I love so much is that when I'm traveling, I can make quick editing changes, I can add pages. It's very, very simple and straightforward. I couldn't recommend Squarespace more to any entrepreneur or anybody that's looking to design and create and stay in charge of their own website. If this sounds interesting to you, then do use my link, which is www.squarespace.com/Harnacke, and in doing so, you'll get 10% off your first website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for being such a loyal sponsor over the years. It truly is a testament to just how great this platform is. Okay, I'm here. I think I actually already see the machine. I don't know why the drive took so long. There was some traffic. Of course, I had to stop for fuel because somehow my car never has fuel. I see the machine already. It's actually this one. But I need to find someone to help me to talk to. But they actually have a lot of other stuff here too, so I might take a little look around. But let's see. Well, there's quite some choice here inside as well. And these are actually so handy. We had a big one of these at the last stables we were renting. It's like I don't know, in Dutch it's called a wiedeman. I'm not sure exactly in English, but you can have different attachments for the front and it rotates on its axle. So that one would be good, but there's some serious pieces of kit. I don't know if at one point we'll need like a small tractor as well for the arena grader and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely enough choice in here. I don't know if there's any other machines that could be interesting. I know that one outside is exactly what I'm after, but I don't know if they have anything else in here. It looks pretty good, but all of these are quite small. All of these are in the range of the size of what I already have at home. I'm not such a fan of the 0 turns myself because I like to catch it and I just don't like the driving on them as well, even though they are very good. But I think that's gonna be the one. I need to try and find someone now, see if they can help me out. Here it is, I just did a little test drive. Definitely very happy with it. She's quite the beast and quite the machine. So it's definitely gonna be the right upgrade. So I think this will be it. And I'm gonna be like trading in my other mowers for it. So I will trade, I have like 3 mowers at the moment, so all of those will get traded in. 1 I already own, 2 we got with the house. So I'll trade them in and then I'll get this one. And it's got the big deck on it too. So I think this will be, I think this one will be joining the team. So funny, the guy asked me if I was a gardener, like a professional gardener. And I was like, I'm kind of, just for my own property though. And not professional. So I guess not. On my way back, I've just popped into the stable because Valero is still here. I have the other horses at home at the moment on a little holiday. I think you guys will be seeing that video shortly if you haven't seen it already. But Valero is the only one here. Oh my goodness, they've got the mares out with the foals. I'll show you guys. I've actually never seen them here before yet. I always come to the stables quite late and then they're already back in. It's kind of a shame actually, because typically the mares and the foals always used to stay out 24/7. But since we have this increasing wolf issue here in the Netherlands, especially in this area, they just don't trust the foals being out at night because they're obviously the ones susceptible to an attack from a predator. Oh my god, how cute. This is like major goals, seeing like a field of like a couple of... This is what I want. This is what I would like to see one day in our fields. Just a field with 3-4 mares grazing and a bunch of PRE babies. Anywho, I digress. We're here to see Valero. I'm going to give him a little bit of a lunge. Things are actually progressing really nicely with him. He's now being lunged with a bridle in, with very, very, very loose side reins, just so you can get used to a little bit of pressure on the mouth. But I'm still lunging with a halt up, so any pressure from any of my aids is just going to the whole head rather than the mouth, because he's still learning. And obviously with like a girth on and a lunging single as well, so he has been doing really well. Here he is. Hey! He always has a bit of a grumpy face, but you're not grumpy, are you? Hey, you want a little cuddle? You're nice and dusty, and I see some of your hair has to be redone as well. Gosh, very dusty. Someone's had a fun time outside, huh? Yeah. Oh, you like the ear scratch? How odd to see like all these other stables, because Etro's at the house, Emporio's at the house, Macho's at the house. Goodness, little Stallion. And Antares is at the house, so it's quite empty around here. Hey, this is the Stallion stable, so the Stallions are obviously reacting a bit to those mares coming in now. Right, I'm just gonna get my stuff out, and we'll give him a little groom, and then I'm gonna give him a little lunch, and that's gonna be his day. But we won't spend too much time here because I actually have a lot of editing to get done at home, and I want to also see. We've got like all the water being run soon at the property, and they might be doing that today or tomorrow. So I want to be back in time to see if maybe it's happening today. Honestly, when he's this dusty, I don't even really bother with too much of a brush because you will never get this fine brush out. So I clean out always his mane and his tail. And then when I get back after the lunge, I just give him a really deep wash and I brush everything while I wash to get the loose hair out. But when they're this dusty, there's just no point. I'm just about to head out, but I did want to show you guys, I got these new collections in from Equestrian Stockholm. It's always fun to show that. Look at these colors. It's giving summer, spring summer is what it's giving, very fresh. The other one is actually more of a coral color. Let me give you the exact names of the collections. This one, this is mint green. It comes with the matching boots and the whole matching set, of course. The mint green is very nice, but I do personally prefer the other one, which is much more of a coral color. This reminds me a little bit of the collection I made with Equestrian Stockholm called Deep Tuscany. It's not available. It was a capsule collection. It's sold out now, but it reminds me a little bit of that. It's like this really nice coral, slightly copper coral. It's really nice. You can see it with some normal daylight as well, what it looks like. But this one I highly recommend. And it comes with the matching breathable boots too. This one looks really nice on that trip. I've got a reel coming out about that soon. I'm just gonna pack it all up, but we're done. We're out of here. Of course, we've already rolled. Well, you enjoy yourself, buddy. Yeah, you enjoy yourself, and I guess I'll find you dusty tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Gaio. Bye. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? It's another day. It's, I think, 2 days later since we're picking up the vlog. We had the weekend. Today's Monday. Excited because, well, lots, as you can hear, there's lots going on with the barn. I think today there is more of the windows being cut. You can kind of see them back there. But that's besides the point. That mower that we shopped for a couple of days ago, it wasn't even that long actually. I think it was like on Friday or Thursday. Well, it's arriving today, which is very exciting. I'm just taking the dogs out now because they come on, they always come with us out to the horses, and I'm just gonna go pop the other horses into the next field so they've got a little bit more grass. I'm not taking the car this morning. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a walk. The weather here has still been relentlessly dry, so things are looking a little bit yellow, but at least still where the grass is long, things are looking pretty good. Today on the agenda is a little bit of cleanup. We had 2 large kind of storage containers that are gonna just help us manage all of our stuff while the barn is being gutted and worked on. Obviously, all of our things have to go somewhere, and for now, we've been lucky that the weather has been nice, but that doesn't mean that's going to stay, because here in the Netherlands, if there's one thing for sure, is that it's going to rain. That is one of the few life guarantees that this country brings us. So today, I've got a little bit of cleanup to do and reorganizing before the mower comes. So we're going to be just clearing up a little bit of inside the barn, a little bit outside the barn, starting to pack those storage containers. I'm going to show you guys a little bit how we're going to set them up in order to help us also with the hay, the horse feed, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to be taking delivery of this new bad boy mower, which I'm super excited about. I'm just going to let the horses through to their other fields first. But I think today we will focus on the kind of reorganization. I'm here alone. Yes is away in America for a clinic, so I'm manning the whole property, all the animals, making sure that everyone stays happy while he's gone. And it sounds like it's not a lot, but because we have the horses both here and at the other stables, we have the dogs, we have the work at the barn, I have my own work. It's a lot going on while Yes is away. Here are the horses. They are looking pretty ready to go. So this is like their field that they stay in overnight. And Bear, who's quite fat at the moment, he stays in here as well. But what we do then is, Maze, you just got washed. You just got washed. I don't know why this dog is such a little pig, but this breed is known to be. But these guys stay in here overnight, and then Bear stays here also throughout the day because the grass is quite low. But we always open these middle gates and let the horses go through. And I think I'm gonna, actually there's enough grass in there for now, but what we do sometimes is also open the additional 2 fields. So I'm just gonna let them through so they can have a nice graze. We'll have to bring them out some water because we still don't have any running water here, which is not ideal. Alrighty, Roo. Come on through. Good girl, Anne.
Bear, you're not coming. Sorry. No, Bear, you can chill there. They'll be back. They'll be back for you. I'm sorry. Here they go. Here they go. So they have this field right now, which doesn't look like there's a lot of grass, but I'm going to take you guys to the back and you can see. We'll say we have been having a little bit of a tick issue, so I try not to go too much onto these longer bits of the pasture. Everyone has been telling us that the ticks are quite bad this year. It's quite difficult to not get them on the horses. I wish they had like a pill. You know how dogs have like these tick pills and then they can't get bitten. But sadly for horses, we don't have that. But this is what their field is currently looking like, especially here at the back. The grass is quite long and there's a lot of this cow parsley, which is so nice. It's very like fairy tale-esque. And they always have a little bit of shade through here because of these trees. Now, these are really large poplar trees, and these are all oaks. And I mean, oaks technically are poisonous for horses. They're not like the most ideal thing, but here in the Netherlands, we have oaks absolutely everywhere. A lot of people also have really large oaks inside of the fields, and I've never, for now, between our friends and people we know, I've never heard of anyone actually having an issue with the horses getting like poisoning from eating the leaves. I think they have to consume really like a huge amount of leaves in order for that to happen. Do correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe they need to consume like a really, really large amount of leaves before it actually does affect them. I wanted to take you guys through to our renovated ponds to show you and give you a bit of an update, because this weather has not been very kind on them. They're looking a little bit like dried up puddles here at the moment. But I guess with this heat, the water table is really low. Even though the ponds are like naturally fed from groundwater, the groundwater level is just so low that there ain't much going on. And I'll insert a photo of, I think the last rain we had, it rained pretty hard, but it was weeks ago now. It was maybe like 6 or 7 weeks ago, but we had like 20 mil in like a day or a day and a half. And I'll show you a photo of what it looked like. It was already from just that quite full. So I think over the winter months and over the rainier months, it will stay full. But at the moment, it's looking a little bit more like a sand pit. So basically, where you're seeing these contours of the ground, that's where it's meant to be filled. But at the moment, it is rather struggling to keep the water. Maisie, please do not roll in that. That's not going to be very nice. So yeah, this is the current situation. Penny, no. Penny, no. No, we're not doing that. They got shampooed last night. Okay, come with me, girls. We're going to go this way. Oh my God. Okay, immediately mud everywhere. This is a great representation of what's going on. Look at this, and it's like concrete on here. I'll show you guys quickly what the other pond's looking like. I think the water table is a bit higher here because it seems to be staying full longer. I'll show you. I don't know why. Yes, and I always prefer this one, but actually when this pond is gonna be full, it's gonna look so nice with the house in the background. Here you can see a little bit the state of this one. It definitely has more water in it, but not exactly how it's supposed to be, but that's okay. And you can see there's a lot of droppings. We've had so many geese and ducks that have come. I haven't seen them for a little bit actually though, but it was really cute. I think Yes has a video. I can pop that in there. You guys are gonna be hearing this in the background, so I thought I would just show you the progress on the windows, because that's what's going on here and that's what you're hearing. So here you can see a little bit that the windows are starting to take shape. I'll start you guys. I mean, we've shown you this beginning stages a little bit, but I will show you through here first. So here you can see this was the original size window of what was here before. Obviously, hold on, I'll stand in front of it for scale for you guys. For a horse's head, this is going to be far too small. So we've gone with the size of window we've chosen. There's going to be a whole video on all the equipment we've chosen for this stables. It's coming soon. But that is this size. So obviously this whole interior thing is having to be removed. Which is happening right now, And then in some of the other spots where there was already a larger opening than this, like the window next to me, for instance, this one used to be a whole door. I can show you because it's right here. You can see the door itself and the opening, but all of this has been re-bricked underneath. I don't know if you guys can see, but you can barely see a difference between the old bricks and the new bricks. And that's exactly what we were going for. So that's currently what's going on here. And there is 6 windows for 6 stables that are gonna be on this side. But it is rather loud work. Also, the garden is looking so nice at the moment. We're just on the cusp where everything is gonna start blooming, which is exciting. I'm gonna go through this charming little door. Close that up. Right, let's do a little storage tour, because this is going to be where everything is going. So here they are. This is our solution to our problem. This is how we are going to be managing storing all of the things that should be in the barn and that will be in the barn one day. But whilst the barn is being worked on and it's dusty and it's we need the space cleared in order to carry out the work, these 2 containers are going to help us. Just arrived and they've just been set. It was quite, I mean, we just placed these on top of dirt. It's not like really, so they're not like super straight or super, I mean, this is really just a sheltered spot to be able to place our things. So I'm gonna have to give them a bit of a clean out. There's like just a little bit of rubbish. God knows what these containers have been through. But I'm gonna give them now a little bit of a clean out and just sweep out all the rubbish. And then we're gonna start to move and place some of the stuff here. And it'll be a bit clearer. One of these is going to be for like just miscellaneous things and items, and the other one's going to be for the machines, because the new mower I have coming today obviously can't be left outside, and also the new electric kind of UTV golf car thing I have, that also technically shouldn't be in the rain. So that one is going to be like a garage, and one is going to be more for different things. This area is looking much better already. I mean, of course, like this is going to be picked up and that's going to go. There's some wires that have been delivered, those will stay. All of these we're going to move, but I don't know if you guys remember, but it's already looking a lot tidier than last time I showed you a couple of days ago. These are also some very old wheelbarrows that we found inside the barn. So we're gonna see if we want to keep them or restore them or what's going to happen. But through here, this is our car park. I've shown you guys this space before, but this is a little bit where I need to clean up. So this is kind of where I'm storing the machines, the mowing machines for now. Luckily, we've had, hello, welcome. This is my fleet. But this is where I've been storing my mowing machines. And as you can see, they are a little bit just out in the open at the moment, but in the barn, there is no space. Now, all these machines I have traded in, and I'm going to be, I traded in these machines to be able to buy the machine that I showed you guys, and obviously I have to pay something on top of that too. But all of these machines just came back from having a service. I wanted to make sure that I gave the machines in the best conditions possible. Take a shot every time I say machine. But this one is the one, yes, it was so sweet. This was actually, I don't remember if this was a Christmas gift or a birthday gift, but I always wanted like a ride-on mower. Oh, the brake's not on. I always wanted a ride-on mower. And yes, I did this huge surprise for me and such a generous gift. I think I still tell him it's like the best gift I've ever received in my whole life. But he had like parked this behind the horse truck. And then I had to go outside and he drove the horse truck away and he was like, "This is your gift." And it was this ride-on mower. And I did ask him, I said, you know, do you mind? I love it, but it's just too small for what we need to do right now. And I said, you know, do you mind if I trade it in? And he was like, yeah, of course, don't worry. But his gift will live on inside of the other mower. So it shall not be forgotten. But this one, this is where the love of mowing began for me, with this red bad boy Honda right here. Now, let's show you guys the mess. That's what we need to tackle. These miscellaneous items is what we need to figure out today. Now, all of these rugs is rugs we brought here that they all have to go back to the warehouse. So yes, there's a stock warehouse is where we keep all of the horse stuff, but all of these are going to have to go. So these are just going to go in my car so I can bring them over there. There's quite a few spare rugs we brought to check sizes, and which horse was going to get what, but they're all clean. So these ones I will put in my car. But here, through the back here, I've got a bunch of like miscellaneous things which we're going to be going through and starting to store properly, because it's not raining right now, but I think at the end of the week there is some rain forecast. So we're going to be clearing up all of this space. There isn't too much stuff here actually. There's some shavings. Some of these things for the mowers will be leaving today as well. These are some fly screen doors for our house. So all the big doors, entry doors, side doors, window doors, they all have physical wooden fly screen frames with fly screen mesh in them, but currently they're being stored just like this. So these are also going to be going in the storage containers. What I think I'm going to do, it's very extra, but that's how we like to be on here, is I actually have a little trailer for my for the electric car thing we have. I'm gonna hitch that trailer and I'm gonna just pack it all up and bring it over to the storage containers, clean them out and just start to organize and make sure that everything around here is looking good, and that by the time the mower comes this afternoon, I can properly store it into its little garage. Let's go. Right. That didn't take too long. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit the car and the mower behind because they are quite large. So we're going to have to see. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep a space open always in front of here for the mower. But that to me looks a lot better. There is a little bit of a lip here that we need to figure out because there is a bit of a step up, but it did manage it okay. In here, I've just placed like some of the shavings and then these windows we had sitting out there. That way it's all cleared. And then I'm gonna create in the back of, I just want to try and hide everything as much as possible. I hate seeing a mess out. So for now I have placed in the back here, we already have some stuff, but I've placed just the bags, which is a spare sheet for the roof for the winter gardens. We got a spare once we redid the roof, so that's just hanging out there. We're gonna have to find it a more permanent location at some point. And we have a kind of like a round pen thing there that we could assemble if we wanted to, but to be honest, we don't really have a need for it right now, so it's just being stored back there behind the woodlock shed. Definitely have a bunch of other miscellaneous things that can come and hang out back here, sheltered by these really large trees and out of sight. That's one of the main things. I mean, I'm fully aware that we're like in the midst of renovations and everything, and things are gonna be messy, but I crave tidiness and structure and order. It's something that really like helps me like function. So hopefully we're able to achieve that bit by bit. Also, you'll be able to see that back here, there's some stuff laying around as well, like these poles and the poles back there that were put in late autumn last year so the horses could come home, and we have someone picking them up today. So those will be going. So bit by bit, it's happening. This trailer was actually really handy. I'm actually not terribly bad at driving with the trailer. I've done it a lot with the horses, obviously. But backing up this one is really tricky because you have quite a small, like every move, how do I describe it? Because the trailer is smaller, you're moving it really quickly. So it did take me a second to just get the hang of it. Back here though, things are looking much, much tidier. So everything has been cleared now from here. The last thing that's going to have to go is these mowers with their collectors, and that's all ready to go. And I'm gonna be moving these three. They were like our old hay feeders for the paddocks when we rented the previous barn. Those are gonna have to move back there as well. And then I have one more back there that's also going to go. And then this space is cleared and people can park, and there's plenty of room to do everything. What's left to do now is await my new mower, which I'm very excited about. I might in the meantime run out and give the horses some extra water because I swapped their fields. So I might go do that. And then the mower actually should be here any moment after that. Fun. Okay, we're getting ready. Matt, we want to see the first mow. Literally nobody asking. I'm gonna just show a very quick snippet because I'm excited. Probably nobody else is excited, but I'm excited about the first mow with this machine. And there's an area right in front of the first field that we're just keeping mowed. In the future, we might place a pond there. So then there's like gonna be this really nice big pond in front of the house, but for now that's not the case. So I'm just keeping it kind of like maintained lawn. And I want to try out the machine properly because obviously when I was there I did like a little test, but nothing compares to your own, nothing compares like to your own property. So I've got my headphones and we are just gonna get mowing. I'm gonna just set up the, gosh, she is a stunner. It's the size, holy, it's the size of the Twingo, which is like, this is the car we have for like, it's an old car we never sold, and it's Jesse's car actually, but it's one that we keep just for guests or whenever someone comes, or it's a spare car. It's actually been really handy to have. Why is this mower the same size? That's what I want to know. Why is this beast of a mower the exact same size as that car? All right, it's time to mow. I'm gonna get on and we're gonna head over there. Well, I don't know about you, but that is a well-cut lawn. It took me like 20 minutes and I only had to, actually I didn't have to because the machine didn't tell me to yet. It does have a sensor, but I only had to empty the bucket once. Are you seeing the size of this? It's huge. And I only emptied the bucket once. I do feel like the results are really good. It picked everything up easily. The ride was really comfortable. It's super bumpy here. And the ground is super hard. It's like concrete at the moment, and they did a really good job. I am thoroughly impressed. I'm really, really impressed with that. I'm so happy. Major goal ticked off.